If you're a social media person, then there's a chance that you have seen videos of socialites Bobrisky and Papaya X at loggerheads over what happens to be an housewarming party. You've not seen it.
I won't do party. I go pack Instagram skits maker. Hello, my God forbid. Ballers! I go pack all the old ballers for Lagos. Ballers, everybody. Ballers.
Besides that, you must have also noticed the recent trending videos of Shegun Johnson, who hails people as they dance and spray money at parties. Tell me, baby.
Oh yeah, tell me, baby, 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 tell me, baby.
That guy is good, Avek. If you haven't seen any of those videos, then you definitely must have noticed how much Nigerians love giveaways. Do give away. Today, which happens to be my first commentary video on this channel. You guys should clap for me, honest. We'll be talking about big spenders and our love for them, why we love them, what inspires love as a society, and how detrimental it is moving forward. So this, if you know Nigerian, if you don't get money, no show face. Like, that's the whole kind of like we're going to be talking about all of that in today's video, and I'm excited. Let's get into it. The Nigerian urge to show off. I believe the building block of every society is a family, which is why the best place to start this story is in the modern Nigerian household. See, education is a must, and for a lot of Nigerian parents, it's a thing of pride. But that's not the point. In a lot of Nigerian households, you are encouraged in both verbal and physical ways to be exceptional students. In fact, you may be shamed for not doing well in school. Nigerian parents have the urge to show off their children doing academically well. Like, it's a thing of pride. You've not seen when your mom's like, oh, mommy, she died for no reason. Why? Anyways, in this article written by Dr. Ejike Eze, he said,
Nigerians are the most educated immigrant group in the United States. In fact, first and second generation Nigerian Americans have achieved tremendous success across every spectrum of life in the United States. Consider Ivy League admissions, for instance. According to the Huffington Post, Nigerian Americans make up almost 41% of Ivy League school admissions. With this number, Nigerian Americans are more represented than any other immigrant population in Ivy League colleges.
But our bragging does not end there. We do have an affinity from childhood to love visitors that give the most money when they leave. Like, I used to, inside me, I used to hate all those visitors that will come and they will leave empty-handed. Now that I'm an adult, you joke, girl, you joke. You joke, girl. And as part of the Yoruba culture that I'm more familiar with, it is normal for adults to visit and then give the children in the family money. The more you give, the more you are respect. You see those rich uncles, respect. Are you show furnish? Maximum respect. We have high respect for them because they are dropping the dough. But this act of giving and bragging is also showcased in the elaborate parties that we throw. From our money spraying culture, where you spray the musician money as they eulogize, to spray the bride or groom or children of the dead or Moloch. In fact, we dey party, like, it just comes to leave it for Nigerians. We throw the grandest parties. And sometimes we throw those parties out of budget, and in most cases for like grand events like weddings, family members and friends are known to contribute, and the chairman of the occasion is always the biggest spender. In fact, this is common from north to the south of the country. So I'm just going to give you guys a few seconds to see clips of Nigerian weddings. Please don't be intimidated, because even me, I was shocked.
When the gang is invited to a Nigerian wedding,
And it's not just weddings, it's a common theme. Even in Nigerian clubbing. More than dancing and having a fun night out, Nigerians are known to buy the most expensive drinks, which are delivered in a grand way, followed by an excessive show of wealth like this.
Say 5 bottles of NSC VSOP. He said 1 for the DJ, 1 for the head man. He said 1 for the staff, 2 for in table. His skin no food, no poo body. You don't get money, you just spray perfume. Who you want impress? Hello.
Entertainment for the rich, of the rich, and by the rich. During my course of research for this video, I could not help but notice how different the society treats people with money versus people without money. I know it's common, but when it comes to celebrities, it's very, very different. For people with a high moral compass, like Nigerians, we tend to look away when it involves celebrities. Take the celebrity Okuneye Idris Olanrewaju, a trans woman, popularly known as Bobrisky, for example. For the most part, Nigerians can be very aggressive towards the LGBTQ community. But for celebrities with money and influence like Bobrisky, the lines are very blurred. So during our first few years as a celebrity or like as a creator on Snapchat, which was our major platform, she was heavily bullied. But as she grew in status, in fame and in wealth, and as the controversies around her increased, Nigerians sort of started to respect her.
Survive or to do anything you think you want to do to make sure you're good at what you do. Social media is a very good platform whereby it makes you popular. I wasn't thinking of being the famous Bobrisky and this famous babe. Okay, I happened to posted a short video of me dancing on Snapchat, and I got to see many people tagging themselves. Oh my god, you need to go and check Bobrisky's Snapchat. He's fabulous. The way he dances, his makeup, his outfits. Before I know, people kept sending me messages and requests. And I felt, oh, I think this is a very good thing. Like, I'm getting popular.
Or shall I say, they're just used to her. Now, the bullying has kind of reduced a little. It's not as bad as it used to be. Right, and I'm attributing that to the fact that she now has money, she now has influence. I would say a big part of her building her following was her philanthropy. She gives out a lot of money. She does a lot of giveaways, and Nigerians love giveaways. And currently, she's the first to be reckoned with, like, given the fact that she has a lot of viral TikTok sounds at the moment. Like, there are so many. Good girl, no they pay.
Good girl, no they pay. Hope you know that. So you're the real fool. You're the real idiots. Hey, don't worry. I'm about to take over.
I'm quite expensive. I'm not for everybody, which is normal. Do you get?
Madam, you leave my video? Leave my video. Don't forget, this video has no filter, and I am so beautiful.
A lot of you don't know how to keep secrets. Your mouth is too loose. At the end of the day, you tell people about it.
Making my hair every fucking week. How many of you can afford that? How many?
It's all about money. She flaunts money a lot on the internet, like everywhere.
Screenshot it. Show all the gold seller. This is fucking 18 carats.
And our current arch nemesis, Papaya X. I don't know what happened between the two of them, but they have like this huge beef and fallout.
Even on her party day that she was doing party, Olushara, a very classless girl, go wear slippers inside hall. They dance, you off slippers. A classic girl will still maintain the beauty. Friend, where you lie down on top ground, you never see money before. Olushara, sacrifice. Because saying they spray you money, you lie down like this for ground. You never see money before.
So crazy. Yeah, it also does a lot of philanthropy. and is equally usually in different controversies, just like Bobrisky. She's also always in different controversies, but still she still has like a lot of people supporting her, which I think is cool. I mean, this is it. When you have money in Nigeria, lots of people are going to support you. Lots of people are going to support you. You might have some oppositions, but you are still going to get like a huge number of people who don't even care. They are with you. They are with you no matter what. So one thing that stands out about these two personalities for me is how much they flaunt their money online. And how much they ignore the morality principles in Nigeria. Like, they don't care. They don't. Bobrisky get my ex did this big housewarming party that became like a very controversial topic on the internet. They did not let us rest. And it was followed by like this viral sound of Bobrisky that rocked all of TikTok. It was hot. It was suck my nails. She's my girl. However, we won't be talking about the details, right? We will only be talking about how much Nigerians find the show of wealth entertaining. The whole argument between Bobrisky and Papaya X is rooted in who could throw the grandest housewarming party. So basically it was like a fight of money, like a fight of who is more influential, who is richer, who is the biggest. I feel Bobrisky felt like Papaya's show of wealth was kind of undermining our own influence or whatever. But at the end of the day, it was a money fight. It's a classic case of classism and elitism, two concepts that are deeply embedded in the Nigerian society.
She's so classy. Even see this girl when this girl is doing adverts, you will hate that product.
Again, we noticed the Nigerian need to throw big parties and also spray money and shade people who they believe to be living fake life. There's something about Nigerians finding celebrities fighting about money or anything egoish very entertaining. The law of reciprocity, simply explained, means that when someone does something for you, you feel obligated to reciprocate or do something in return for them. And this law holds true for the Nigerian communities as well. There is a thin line between giving money and bribery. So the law of reciprocity is similar to the popular phrase, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Free things usually come with an hidden cost. This holds true in different aspects of the Nigerian society. It is a law that we are very aware of, but a lot of people don't seem to care. Today we're going to be using Ovaioza Yunusa, a popular Facebook influencer and business owner, now known as a scammer.
It's Ovaioza of OFPSB, Ovaioza of OSAC, founder of Ovaioza Farm Produce Storage Business, founder of Ovaioza Skills Acquisition Center, a midwife, biologist, educationist, brand ambassador. Hey.
As a case study, although all of our Facebook posts are now private, I'll be giving a brief story of how she succeeded in scamming Nigerians of billions of naira in what was a Ponzi scheme Gary business, like other agricultural products. And how she was able to achieve this using the law of reciprocity. The first time I heard of like Ovaioza's name was from one of my friends, Maria, is now my business partner. Back in the day when we used to work together, we talk about like our passions, our dreams. And then she mentioned this lady, Ovaioza, and she was telling me that Ovaioza had like bought a plaza. Just had so much respect for this lady, and I was like, you know what? I just want to know who this woman is. I'd left like Facebook for months before that. So I decided to get on Facebook and find out for myself who Ovaioza was. And you know, to my greatest surprise, in the comment section, there were a lot of people and they were like, Ovaioza, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Do give away. I need your help. It was so like, you know, this normal anybody that does a lot of philanthropy kind of comment section. It was wild. I saw some of my Facebook friends that I respected. A lot of people were like, Ovaioza this, Ovaioza, there's so many Ovaioza posts, you know.
Personality everyone wants to meet. More like why people are here, they want to see you. Everyone have been saying, yeah, I want to meet Ovaioza. How did you get to that stage of relevance that people, you get to that stage of relevance that people want to see you, they want to meet you? How do you do it?
Well, I think it's because of my personality online. I look out for people online.
Because she kept on doing a lot of like big philanthropic things for different people. And one other thing I noticed in the comment section was seeing people saying they want to join our investment platform. They wanted to become a partner. She would partner with people to sell farm produce like gari. She will buy them, she will store them, and then she will sell them when it was now like in high demand and the supply was lower. That was like the entire scope of the business, right? Except this woman was not remitting the funds properly. She was spending the money as she was seeing it with the hope that more will come.
My investment plan might be high after this, because imagine making returns to more than 200 people. It's not easy. I actually want my investment to be flexible even for students. These students who invested with me in YAM failed to understand that it's not easy to make returns to more than 200 people, and they expected me to make returns within 24 hours. I should be able to send to everybody. They were calling and texting, chatting everyone in my country. They have their numbers, all of them. We are in the same group, chatting each other up. I've not received mine. Why is Ovaioza delaying? I've not received mine. You are in the same group. You are seeing more than 200 people in the same group, and you are complaining that you've not received yours.
The issue with anything that we tag as Ponzi is they are collecting from Peter to pay Paul. So once the bridge of trust is broken, the business is going to crumble. When investors start asking for their money back, there's going to be issues, because when everybody starts asking for their money back, they don't have that money.
When no one has exited the group, whoever I've sent to, I remove the person from the group. You can see that I'm doing it gradually. I had to even contact the account manager so that I'll compile list for him. He'll be able to credit everyone at once. But still, they did not understand. So if I should bring my investment online and I say that the minimum is 200k, I'm sure I'm not doing anything wrong.
So one of the major crazy things I would say Ovaioza did was that I noticed she was friends with a lot of influencers that I followed on Facebook back in the day. And for the most part, I noticed how kind she was seemingly. She had a thing for giving gifts, and she was said to have even given an Inwa Okoko, a friend, a car. Just imagine. Another Facebook friend of mine, someone that I really respect, I'm not shading you at all. I feel like it's something that can happen to anybody. To Daniel, who I had followed for years, also received a car from Ovaioza and had eventually returned that car after Ovaioza was accused of swindling her investors. In a lengthy post written by Victor Daniel, he described Ovaioza's heist as one of the most devastating scams ever executed on Facebook. I will not be able to read the full apology, but I've linked it in the description box below. He also appeared to be a victim of Ovaioza, who had used him to launder her image. In fact, Ovaioza had reached out to many Facebook writers, the likes of Malin Oluchi, Chikabro, Ikechukwu Okafor Stanley, Nwa Okpoko, Kelechi Chimgozirim, Sami El Nwab, sorry I'm butchering these names, I'm just sorry, who had later helped to reveal her heist after losing money themselves. So they all invested money into Ovaioza's scam. They didn't know. They allegedly they didn't know. She had offered help in one way or another to all of them. It was like she was trying to get close to all of these influencers, and because of the trust their community members already had in them, they were able to like move that trust to Ovaioza. Social media and word of mouth testimonies, they are very powerful tools. In the wrong hands of someone like Ovaioza, they are weapons to steal billions from unsuspecting people. To a number of people who Ovaioza had befriended, she was just a businesswoman who was fast becoming successful. But I would say Ovaioza and the people behind her were marketing geniuses because she had an entire Facebook group dedicated to giveaway and business tips. This woman was, in fact, you could never have known. But I for one think if she had run that business honestly, she had more to gain. And you know, Nigerians love a cheerful giver. But the thing with receiving gifts is that it is hardly truly free. The cost of a car could just be putting your reputation on the line, as in the case of Victor Daniel. Influence is power, and with the right people vouching for you because they owe you favors in one way or the other, you just might be able to pull an heist like Ovaioza. The key thing, because I'm not supposed to be laughing, a lot of people lost a lot of money and it's not funny. But the key thing to realize here is that Nigerians love and trust people who do giveaways, and it is so easy to buy trust just by giving. The culture of corruption. The human race will have no respite from evils until those who are truly philosophers acquire political power, or until through some divine dispensation, those who can rule and have political authority in the cities become real philosophers. I came across a book. It's called A Culture of Corruption: The Everyday Deception and Popular Discontent in Nigeria. And I love how the writer explains the intersection of corruption among the rich and the poor class in Nigeria. I've added the link to the book in the description box. I believe it's a good read. You should totally read the book. He said,
inherently in a political economy of patronage is the role that ordinary citizens play in the social reproduction of corruption. Even as the vast majority of people are acutely aware that the system disproportionately benefits a few at the expense of many, the most elite politicians, government officials, and economic moguls, federal ministers, state governors, NNPC managers, major construction and petroleum industry contractors, and so on, commonly reap many millions of dollars through corruption. But people at many levels of society participate in corruption in order to survive. In a patron-client system, almost everyone has a stake in corruption, no matter how small. It is almost a cliche to recognize that in African societies, everyone is a patron to a lesser person and a client to a more powerful one.
He explains how everyone takes part in corruption, and how for some of us it is for survival. In Nigeria, we all know corruption needs to go, but for the masses, poverty is a weapon fashioned against them. From drivers bribing police officers against their will.
So talk whatever you are going to talk for your mouth.
Augusta, I'll be talking. You're not listening to me.
No, now you know talk.
I told you this is everything I have. I don't even know. I can't, bro, I count this money. Count this money. Bro, I will not get that first figure when you talk. I don't get that money. If I get that money, oh boy, I won't be here right now.
Share when they come.
Students in the university buying study materials that we don't even use just to not fail a course.
No matter how long you protest, we are going to remove subsidy.
I like to see corruption as a virus that has eaten deep into our system. I feel the law of reciprocity is one of the reasons why Nigeria is such a corrupt state.
Tí o bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí television.
Because everyone owes someone, the due process is bypassed.
Pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá ń Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀. Wàá dẹ̀ wọlé. Wà ní lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o. Yorùbá ló kàn.
One of the biggest instances has been this whole election process. I couldn't help but notice how Tinubu felt entitled to the presidential seats. As I shoot this video, the election is tomorrow. Seeing how people came out to say the reason why we should vote Tinubu is because he has helped them in the past.
Ó ti lé lọ́dún mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n sí tí mo ti ń sìn wọ́n bọ̀. Eléyìí tó jókòó lẹ́yìn mi Dàpọ̀. Ṣé wàá lè sọ pé òun lè di ìdádì gómìnà tí ó bá ṣe mí?
Really proves how much this law holds true. It also tells a lot about our values as a society, in that a lot of people are willing to vote for bad candidates. So far they are given instant gratification, a concept known as vote buying.
Thank you. I saw the name. What did they answer?
What happened is that because of the cashless policy, they now ask us to be collecting the account number of those that are protest for Jagaban.
Okay. So how much are they sending?
I don't even know, but they ask us to be collecting the names.
No.
Are you one of them that
I vote, sure.
Let me give you my number there, so that you will send that number to my.
It has almost become a part of our culture for politicians to buy votes during election. Another great example of like the culture of corruption that we have in Nigeria is Yahoo. And I'll be using Hush Puppy as a reference for that. Is an example of being a big giver. He was loved by all because of how much he flaunted his illegal wealth on the internet. The only difference between this guy and Bobrisky or Papaya when it comes to being on social media is that they have like legit hustle. This guy was a fraud and he was balling under the guise of being a real estate developer or something. However, it's funny that for a long time the source of his wealth was not really questioned. And people just accepted him regardless. Is this to say that people didn't know he was involved in fraud? In fact, in the Yahoo business of Nigeria, a lot of people are very aware of the involvement of young men in fraud. But we're not so concerned because in one way or the other, everyone benefits from the club where these young men spend lavishly.
Take 5 bottles of NSC VSOP.
To the service people that they patronize, to the women that they date.
So between Yahoo boy and civil servant, which one will you go for?
I beg Yahoo boy.
Why?
I beg. I don't get government straight. The civil servant, they depend on government.
Okay.
The Yahoo boys, they depend on their husbands.
Okay.
So even the government agencies who are frequently bribed, fraud has been normalized because everyone is benefiting. It's safe to say that corruption is embedded into the very fabrics of our society. From top to bottom.
Oh yeah!
Nigeria, from top to bottom.
I think one of the things holding us back as a society is our love for money at the expense of other people's comfort. We don't care about others. So far, our family and like us, like as individuals, are doing okay. A good example is this whole money policy that we have right now. Banks were not giving money to individuals. Even right now, I have not touched new money. I've not been able to access the new cash because it's not available anywhere. Yet, this is a day to election, and they've caught someone with billions of naira new notes. People don't care about other people and how their actions eventually affect all of us on a national scale. I believe as a society, our values are highly materialistic, and you can even hear it in our music. People genuinely care more about money than about people, and it can only ever create a society that breeds evil. From Hush Puppy to Ovaioza to Tinubu, there's just one thing that is certain in Nigeria: with enough cash, you can get away with anything. That's the end of my commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's the first one I'm doing, so I don't know how I did. Just let me know in the comment section below if you have like any questions, or if you can relate to any of the things I mentioned. I truly believe and I hope that this inspires people to think about other people, the effect of their action on other people. Corruption is not something that should be a virtue in our society, contrary to what anybody thinks. Corruption should not be something that unifies us, and I believe we can make a change one individual at a time. You just need to care about the next person. Just care. And I understand that we love luxury, we love flashy things, we love all of that, but at the end of the day, the one thing that unites us is our humanity. And even if we are so obsessed with drama, we should be very discerning. There are some things that we should not embolden in our society. I'm just going to leave it at that. And thank you so much for watching to the end. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to reach 100k subscribers this year. I think now I'm going to do it. Like, this is my second or third video this year. Help your girl, help your own girl. Subscribe, share to different platforms, let people know about this whole commentary that I put together. And thank you, and tune back in because there will be more. Let me know what you would like me to make more of, and if there's any topic you'd like me to analyze deeply, just let me know in the comment section below. And also, how did I do? Bye.